Joined by 285-pound third seed Ryan Flores from American University, advances to the finals and it improves to 26-5. So, Ryan, congrats. I'm going to start with questions right down here.
Ryan, first of all, I have a question for Mark Cody. Oh, wait a minute, he's not in here. Okay. Ryan, congratulations, outstanding work. Mark Cody has believed in you the entire season. He told me at the very beginning, he said, watch this kid. He's going to get better and better and better. And man, you've done it with a smile on your face. Talk to us about the season. It's been a rapid and great improvement by you as we progressed.
Well, I'll start with a little story. The first thing Mark Cody ever said to me, I shook his hand after a dual meet when I was at my old university. First words man ever said to me was, shook my hand, took me in close and said, son, you're the best heavyweight in the country. You just don't know it yet. And since I've been an American, I've heard it so many times. And the progression really was just believing what Cody was telling me, believing in the fact that he believes in me. And, I started strong. I felt like I had good performance. I wrestled Gerard in the beginning of the year at the All-Star Duel, and I felt good. But the difference between that match and this match was, I was chasing to try and get the win, and I was relying on a lot of my natural ability instead of what's been ingrained in me. And I think that's what's making all the difference in the world, is falling back on what I've learned from all my mentors and all my coaches over the years, and now under Mark Cody, believing in everything he's telling me, drilling all the technique he's showing me, and relying on that instead of, if you guys have followed me in the years past, I relied on a lot of my funky ability and my scrambling, and that's not what it's about anymore. It's about being the best all the time in every single position, and I think that's what's made the transformation.
Ryan, would you talk about those last couple of minutes, though, when he did try to throw you at the end, and did you feel that you were in trouble at all?
I didn't. When we were standing up, I didn't think he had the energy, and at the time he didn't have the strength to launch me, and I knew my hips were in, lower, more powerful at the position. And when I stepped in, when he tried to roll me, I was completely comfortable. When he hit the mat, he sprung up, and that's a testament to his level of athleticism, and he's a great athlete, which is why he almost got those points right there. So I was comfortable all the way through, to the point where I scared myself a little bit when I hit my head there. But 7 minutes, always wrestle 7 minutes, every single position, never stop, and that's why I ended up with the win there.
Thank you.
Well, last round you talked about how you were scoring points and wrestling the way you wanted to, but you thought you would have a close one, if not in the next round before the tournament was over, and this one ended up that. Well, what do you think was the difference for you? Was it conditioning? Was it just the belief in yourself? Was it your technical skills? I mean, there's a slim difference between winning and losing a close match with a good guy.
I completely agree. I think there's a very small difference, and while it may be the extra push-up or the extra pull-up, at this point in my career, the level of competition we're at now, it's just the summation of everything I've been doing since I was a little kid, making the dream of being here at the NCAAs. And in terms of winning a close match like that, it comes down to conditioning, which at American we push very hard all the time, and really belief and refusal to lose. And I do refuse to lose, so I think that's what pushes me over the edge there.
Other questions for Ryan? Go ahead, Mike.
Ryan, you're actually from California, though.
Correct.
You went out east, went Columbia, then American University. Could you talk about that trip, what this has been like?
Okay. Well, I think I'm the kind of person who adapts to his surroundings fairly easily. And, when I was in high school, I told myself I wouldn't leave California. I'm a California boy, but I knew in my heart that a lot of the bigger wrestling and more exposure is on the East Coast, and I knew I had to do what was best for me. So I left to Columbia, and I learned a lot of things there. Most importantly is that on the East Coast is where I needed to be, and I needed to find everything in my situation. I needed to make sure it was adding up to be the best possible situation for me. And so while being in New York was a good part of the situation, other factors were were not so conducive to my success. And so while transferring to American, I knew I had to stay on the East Coast, and it just seemed right. It was the best fit for me, a good heavyweight coach, and the kind of team who has no tolerance for any shenanigans that are the big reasons why guys aren't lasting to the last day or aren't making All-American rounds is because at American, we always make good decisions all the time. We always live like champions, and that's the best situation for me. So ultimately, it seemed like fate was going to have me land at AU because that's just the place I needed to be.
Could you talk about your finals matchup? You got Zach Gray, so
Okay.
yeah, and he obviously was your final opponent in the conference meet. So
Okay. Well, I said it before in a couple other interviews. We're 2-2. What can I say about Zach Ray? He's a great competitor. He knows how to win. And while our styles are very different, I think, as I said before, I'm the kind of person who adapts really well. I lost to him twice this year earlier. I won this last one, and I think it's going to go in my favor. I mean, I pray to God it will go in my favor this time tomorrow. I think I'm learning more and more about his style and my style. I have so many weapons that I'm slowly learning how to which shot or which motions are going to work best for me. And I think I'm going to bag up a national championship tomorrow.
Anything else for Ryan? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck.